Breaking news here in batshit bonkers Britain, where I have made it back into my own country without being arrested. The Crown Prosecution Service are still looking at my case to see whether I should be prosecuted and arrested again, or maybe have jail time for calling myself a spaz. I am a spaz. If that's offensive to anyone else, then I suggest you suck it up. In other news, it turns out that the guy who set fire to a mosque in Kettering was actually a Muslim, one of their own. So it wasn't any of those white people, those middle-aged white men that Gary Neville says are responsible for all the hate in this country. And finally, Robert Jenrick doing a terrific job. He said that in Birmingham he hadn't seen a single white face. And I have to say, he's absolutely right. He's just pointing out the obvious. The really strange thing about my country is that when we become a minority, we don't get any of the rights that normally minorities would have. Robert Jenrick would find the same in London, Luton, Birmingham, Bradford, the list goes on. That's it for now. Batshit bonkers Britain.
Katie Hopkins criticizes the UK's political and social issues, defying backlash over calling herself a spaz. She challenges the narrative around race and hate crimes, revealing the mosque arson in Kettering was committed by a Muslim, not a white man, as suggested by Gary Neville. She also echoes Robert Jenrick's claim that white people are losing rights in cities like Birmingham, arguing this reflects a double standard. Hopkins uses these points to criticize the shifting demographic and racial dynamics in the UK, aiming to provoke debate on minority rights and political correctness.
Police turning up on your doorstep saying, now, we can't have any of that. It's absolute, total and utter nonsense. And again, the last time that I looked, Hamas were a prescribed organisation. By telling them to get stuffed, who precisely do we think that we are stirring up? Because Hamas aren't supposed to be here in the first place. And he's absolutely right, you're just supposed to, you'd put that meme up there. If you support Hamas, if you support this terrorist group, then yes, please just bugger off to another country, because you are not welcome here. And that's not me saying that, that's the government saying that. The government have prescribed Palestine action. If you support Hamas, you are against Britain. If you support Hamas, you are against the rule of law. So what on earth are the police doing, operating as the proxy agents of Hamas and Hezbollah? It's absolutely crazy. Now, what I would do, Kevin, is this. I would start fining these officers. I would start putting very heavy fines on these officers who turn up without any reason, and I would start attacking their pockets, because I think it's the only thing that's going to concentrate their minds so that they stop and think, should I really be doing this? Fine them.
Yeah, I mean, if I was one of those coppers, I'd be having a good look at my career, because this is not what police should be wasting their time on. The guy in question is a 47-year-old man called Pete North. He said, I feel quite strongly that what political cartoons and memes I post on social media is none of the police's business. Nobody should be facing police inquiries for posting memes on Twitter. The whole point of this exercise, in my view, is not to win convictions. It is to terrorise people like me into thinking twice about posting spicy memes. Now, look, saying F Palestine, F Islam, F Hamas, I mean, I would have thought F Hamas, no problem at all. Those other Fs, you know, a lot of people might say, well, that's not a very nice thing to do, but that should not be against the law. The cops should not be wasting our taxpayers' money and their time visiting people, taking them down the station for hours on end, because he said F Palestine and F Islam and F Hamas. And by the way, after hours of interrogation, poor guy must have been there till about 2 a.m. He was released without charge. Investigations continue. The investigation continues. Well, look, if he's done it, he's not saying he didn't do it. It's there in black and white. If he's committed an offence, charge him. Don't, after 4 hours, let him go. What is this really about?
this has got nothing to do with the criminal justice system. This is not about taking somebody in front of 12 of your peers to find out whether you're guilty or not. It never gets to the Crown Prosecution Service. It will never, ever see the inside of court. What this is about is teaching you that you need to watch what you say on Twitter. This is about keeping your opinions to yourself. This is a case of the process being the punishment. The police turn up at your place at midnight or in the early evening. They scare the life out of you. It takes someone with a fair amount of steel to go, you know what, screw you, I'm going to continue doing it anyway, because the reaction of most people is to just shrink into themselves in absolute fear and to shut up, and we mustn't do that, Kevin.
And I think this is like another example of two-tier policing, this the scourge of favoritism towards Islam, towards Muslims. Now, he said F Hamas, F Palestine, F Islam. If he'd have said F France or F Italy or F Scotland or something, no cops would have called at his house. This is yet again policing in favour of the Islamic community, isn't it?
Yeah, absolutely. You can say F Trump and F USA and all you like. The police, I mean, the police we know were absolutely captured. They were enamoured by the whole trans thing. So for a long time there, they were coming at anybody who said that trans women are in fact men. Well, they've moved on slightly now, and now their pet ideology is Islam, and it's Hamas, and it's Muslims, and all the rest of it. Now, I'm a Christian. If you want to say F Christians, I don't care, because this is a free country, and in a free country, any ideology, any religion you have to be able to mock it. Now, we had in the 1970s, we had the Life of Brian. You know, absolutely fantastic. It mocked Christianity, and I'm all for it. In the 2000s, we've had the Book of Mormon, mocking Mormonism. All for it. It's fantastic. But the one religion that you cannot mock or even criticize is Islam. And the police need to get over themselves, because they are very quickly becoming de facto Sharia enforcers. They're British. We need to stop it now.
Yeah, you're quite right. If you said F the Bible, F Christianity, the cops wouldn't be round. Harry, fantastic to talk to you as always. Thank you very much for your time. Harry Miller there, the Chief Executive of Fair Cop, former...
The arrest of a North Yorkshire man for sharing a meme with the message FK Hamas raises significant concerns about freedom of speech and the role of law enforcement in policing online content. The individual's arrest reflects the growing tension between personal expression and the boundaries of what is considered acceptable speech, particularly when it involves controversial political or ideological statements. By describing the police as de facto Sharia enforcers, the individual is expressing a belief that law enforcement is overstepping its boundaries by regulating speech in ways that may feel foreign or oppressive, which taps into a broader fear about the erosion of British values. This statement evokes concerns about how the legal system balances national security, hate speech laws, and individual freedoms in an increasingly polarized society. It also raises questions about whether the police are becoming too involved in regulating social media content, leading some to feel that personal liberties are being compromised under the guise of maintaining public order.